Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're just going to do a little get ready with me chit chat. I feel like I haven't done that in a while, and I also have got so many new products that I wanted to work on trying, so I thought we can try some of them. So I thought we could try them while I do this video. There are going to be some products that aren't new, so I won't really touch on those too much, but a lot of these products are new to me. Before I get talking with these products, the Thankful For You giveaway is currently underway, so I will put a link up in the iCards right here so you can check out everything that's in that, and there'll be a link below where you can get entered into that. But that primer that I was first putting on is the one I got in my Macy's beauty box, and it is the Smashbox Photo Finish Stick Primer. That thing is so mattifying, but I have not decided yet if it is worth a purchase or not. And then on the rest of my face, I was putting, let's see, I got that one. Where did I put it? This is the Rainforest of the Sea Primer Quench. I got that in my Sephora Play Box, I think. That one I would not repurchase that one. It really reminds me of the Tarte Primerizer, which is okay for the rest of my face, but I really need a pore filling primer in my T-zone. My pores are larger there and I like to cover them up. So I would not repurchase that. The thing I'm going to put on is the L'Oreal foundation stick. A lot of these things I'm going to be using today I got in my Ulta Elf TJ Maxx haul. So I'll link that up here as well so you can check that out. I don't know if this is the right color or not. This is the L'Oreal Long Wear Shape Stick. It's got SPF 27 in it. And I am not going to use concealer today just to see how concealing it is. And I don't have any kind of new concealer. Ooh, this color may be really good. Okay, so my hair. I might have just applied way too much. It is getting long and annoying, and I'm starting to not like the way that it looks some days. Any ideas or suggestions on what I should do with that? So I think I'm going to use a brush for half of my face. This is the Sigma F80, is that what it is? Yeah, and I'm going to use a makeup sponge for the other half, just to see which one it applies better with. I hope I like this. The L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte is my favorite, maybe because of the brush application. It's a little dotty, you know, like when you can see your pores, it doesn't quite sit on your pores right. Let's see if this helps at all. So yeah, I think I might get it cut. I don't know if I want to do anything with the color or not, but I am open to suggestions on what you guys think. Not bad coverage though on that. So I thought today I would also talk a bit about my tonsillectomy and the healing process of it. I know you guys were so encouraging and prayerful and kind while I was going through that healing, and I was so grateful for your support. Definitely smoother with the Beauty Blender, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that on the other side, but I would definitely still use my concealer with it. It's not that full of coverage. I think it might be a medium to buildable coverage. It doesn't say on there, but I want to say when I ordered it, it was like medium to buildable. Did I say what I have it in? Oh, 402 Nude Beige is the shade that I have it in. I think that, is that too light? No, I think that's my perfect shade actually. And I think I am going to use some concealer. I'm trying to finish up this concealer stick from Tarte. So I'm just going to dip my brush in there. Ooh, whoopsie. Too much. Okay, so I had surgery on October 2nd. And you know, the pre-surgery, they tell you it's going to be about 2 weeks. Obviously, you're going to be in wretched pain. I mean, they really scare you to death on the whole process so that you don't end up with more pain than what you think you're going to have, which is fine by me. So I was anticipating that. Okay, I'm going to do my under eye concealer. I do have one new product. I just finished up my Boing from Benefit, the Boing Corrective Color Concealer, whatever it's called now. Right now I'm using a Mary Kay under eye corrector. This one is pretty similar to the Boing one. It is a little cheaper, but it's just that salmon-y color. It might be a little bit thicker than the Boing one, and I do really like the consistency, like the thinness, yet really full coverage of it. But this one's okay. So they tell you you're going to be in this dire pain. You're not going to be able to drive for a couple days because you're going to be on meds. So I'm thinking, you know, a couple days I'll be able to take my kids to school then. You know, within a week I'll still be in pain. So I got them out because I am a frequent strep goer. Typically in the spring I have strep for about 3 months in a row. And it got to a point where antibiotics would not work for the strep. So, you know, I couldn't keep getting strep and then not having anything to cure it. Got to a point where antibiotics wouldn't get rid of it anymore, and I was becoming resistant to antibiotics. I am allergic to 4 different kinds of antibiotics, like the main 4 categories. So I really was down to not a lot left I could take. So, you know, I needed to get rid of the main cause of using antibiotics, which was strep. So the time off for the tonsillectomy was going to be worth it in the long haul. But they had found before that people that were frequent strep havers had an easier time healing because they're already used to functioning under the pain, the throat pain all the time. So I'm thinking, okay, so typically it's about 2 to 3 weeks. So, you know, week and a half, 2 weeks, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be in pain still, but I'm going to be able to function. Oh, let me tell you, not the case. So I'm using my Smashbox Photo Filter Creamy Powder Foundation. This is nothing new, but I just set my T-zone with this. Okay, I don't really have anything new for blush, bronzer, or highlight. So I'm not going to go into much detail with that. I'm using the Butter Bronzer in Light Bronze now that it's no tan season. So before I go into surgery, I ask, you know, am I going to be able to talk after this, or am I not going to be able to talk for a while? And she says, oh, you'll be able to talk after surgery. You know, eating will be kind of hard. So I didn't talk for pretty much 2 weeks, I think. I think I filmed my first video around 2 weeks after the surgery, and a lot of you guys saw it. Totally understand it was painful for some people to watch. But it was good for me to start getting back into things. So I needed to film that. I had a lot of stuff ready to go, but I just needed to get out of bed. I was on pain meds for a long time, and I just slept for a long time. It really was 2 weeks before, it might have been even more than 2 weeks before I was taking my kids even to school. But definitely not like going out anywhere. And then I go in for my 2-week appointment. I'm really not even going into all the details. If you want me to go more into details about the healing process, I can, but, you know, kind of gross. I didn't have, like, excess bleeding or anything, but I did have a very enlarged swollen uvula, which is still not totally down, and this is about 5 weeks post-op. But you go in for your 2-week appointment, and I'm like, why am I still such a mess? Well, healing's actually 4 to 6 weeks. The first 2 weeks is just the worst. I'm like, oh, wish I had known that. I would have a lot more stuff ready for being out of life if I knew it was going to be longer than 2 weeks. I just used the Ofra Rodeo Drive, and I used the Morphe Trio blushes in coral something. Papa Coral, and I use this one. I've been loving this one lately because I use this one because it's kind of got a nice color of coral for every season. So Yeah, this one is perfect for fall. I usually do my face makeup very quickly because I spend a lot of time on my eye makeup, which I'm sure you know. So I think face is ready to go, and then I'm just going to set my face. All right, to set my face today, I'm going to use the Skin Denavia Bridal Setting Spray. And then after I spray it, I always do a quick dry so those droplets don't set on there. You know, it's kind of like when you get your car washed. You go through the air dryer to prevent there from being spots on your car. Well, I want to prevent there from being spots on my face. So for me, I am probably the worst storyteller because I can't stay focused on what I'm talking about, and I'm trying to talk about makeup at the same time. I'm using the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil that I just talked about in my e.l.f. haul. So we'll see. I have seen now mixed reviews on the quality of this brow pencil. So far it seems okay. Definitely not as creamy as some other ones. So for me it's really hard once, like especially after I've got the strep for 3 months and now it's tonsillectomy, that was a month out of life, and really doing nothing but laying in bed. I mean, you really cannot do anything. It's really hard for me to get back into the swing of things. So I'm still struggling with that a bit. Honestly, like this channel has really helped me do something. Which is why you'll see, like, even if I've got a migraine the night before, that's weather related stuff, like I'm still going to try to film the next day if I'm doing well after that. Yeah, I don't mind this actually. So like even simple things like getting back into cooking and drinking as much water and working out and, you know, getting back to work has been really hard. But I am finally feeling like I actually am recovered. I do still get throat pain. When I yawn, it really hurts. But, you know, and just trying to catch up on everything that you didn't get done while you were sick and do all the stuff that's coming at you is really hard, which I'm sure a lot of you guys already know. But definitely, you know, like putting myself together in the morning helps to kind of get the ball rolling for the day. Okay, I am not upset with this brow product at all. But this is the $5 one. They had a $2 one on their website as well. This is the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This color is this a little off for me? This color looks almost a little auburn. But I like the way my brows look right now. I don't know if I'm going to do anything else to them. I usually use my NYX Brow Mascara, but I think I just might leave them like this today. So was it worth it or not? I don't know. I'll let you know after the spring. We'll see if I get strep, how, you know, and other sicknesses. I did get a sinus infection on top of healing, so that, I guess that probably set me back a little more. But I actually think I healed faster from that than usual because I was forced to be in bed. But you know what else I've noticed is my voice still sounds weird, which I only notice because I edit myself and see, I'm like, that's strange. So on the haul, you saw that I got the e.l.f. line and primer. So I'm using the e.l.f. primer today just to kind of see what it's like. I'm not going to use probably that sealer today. I've been using this Real Techniques Instapop shape brush. This is what it looks like, to just kind of smooth my primer on my lids. Just kind of patting it in, not like pulling my skin. Foundation, I mean, it does not feel tacky at all. It feels actually pretty nice on my skin, so we'll just kind of see how it wears on and I will have an update later on all the products that I got with those hauls. For eyes today, I'm going to use my Elf Mad for Matte palette in Jewel Pop. This looks like on the inside. I actually used these two shades in, what was it? It was the Coastal Scent swatch video, and there were actually some comments that you guys really liked it. But I have to tell you, I had to reapply that 3 times before I filmed that video throughout the day because they wore off so easy. So I'm going to do something else with them today. This is not a palette that I'm probably going to do a whole video on or 3 palettes 1 look on, but I will just do it for this Get Ready With Me, and then I can put it, I'll put it in my haul review thing. So I got this palette at Ulta with my points, so it was free. I may pull in some other things. What do I have? Okay, so maybe I'll pull in this. Maybe my Divina shades as well. My poor little broken baby there in the middle. I think it's called Cashmere. And I'm just going to put that in the transition area. This may be like my new favorite transition color, and I'm working on duping this palette. This one is very hard to find a dupe for. It kind of reminds me of a MAC shade, and I think my sister has it, so I've got to ask her about that. But I've looked through a lot of my neutrals and palettes, and I'm having a hard time duping that shade. This green right here from my Divina palette. This is Miranda, one of my favorite green shades that I own, and put that in the crease here. Maybe I'll use these 3 right here, the purple brown tone, purple brown burgundy tone. See what we come up with. I don't know. So I guess I'm going to take the dark purple. These don't have names or anything. This one right here. Oh, that has some better pigment. I used the lighter purple and the blue one, and it was like I had to build them up so much, and that was a Sunday when I used them, and by the time I got home from church, my eyes were so bland looking. This purple's not too bad though. So back to the tonsillectomy. Would I recommend that? Only if you have got chronic illness that is interrupting your life so much, like it's taken you out several months of a year, because that is just awful to live with. So a month is going to seem like nothing to you if it takes care of that, you know, months that you're typically out of it. So I'm going to take this magenta one right here, but it is awful, and you will hate every minute of recovering, and then you'll get back to life and you'll think everyone else should be right where you were before you had surgery. Like, why did everybody else keep living on while I was laying in bed? That's kind of how it felt. Like October was over and I'm like, all right, time for October. But you know, if it's going to benefit me in the long run, I will be super grateful for it. And I just pray that I do not get sick this spring. Okay, what do I want to put in the inner corner? So far, these shades are actually looking pretty nice. I think I'm going to take a little bit of, know what I'm doing, because I'm talking through this as well, and I don't usually do that. This is hard for me. It's that whole, like, attending to more than one thing at a time that is difficult. Maybe I had that problem. I don't know how. Because I do about 500 things at a time, but talking through more than one thing at a time. I need some kind of popping shade right here, and it's not going to be from any of these selections because most of these are all mattes. So let me find something fabulous. You know what? I'm gonna use one of my Coastal Scents ones because these are new too. This blue one, I think. Oh, this is light blue, so it's a bit of a shimmer shade. This is what I'm gonna put on that first part of the lid, and for sure using a fixing spray. And I just need to finish up my lower lash line, and I have a couple new products still from Elf to use. I got one of those Elf eyeliners. It was a gift with purchase. So we're gonna try that out. This is really like a Elf. Get ready with me. Whoa, that is pretty. And so pigmented. This I can use for my inner corner as well. So I'm just gonna drag that to the inner corner. Sure, this video is gonna sound super helter-skelter because that's how I feel like I've been in it. All right, so I'm gonna take my finger with the magenta color from there and just pat where those meet. I'm filming, what am I filming today? My new releases. Are they going on the wish list? Love that video. Thank you guys so much for watching that video and loving it. You'll have seen this look before, but it will probably have been a couple of weeks ago by the time that this video pops up. So I like to just keep going back and forth with the two shades that meet until I get it to look how I like that, to really help me to get a more blended look, because I like them to look like they just flow. So here is what we have. I like that. You know what else I'm trying today? Is those Elf eyelashes that we got. I don't know if they're gonna end up staying on my eyes because those were Hot Mess Express. Oh my gosh, we need to do lower lash line. All right, so I'm for sure gonna use this magenta shade from the Elf palette. And actually probably the darker purple one too. So we'll just kind of mimic what's on the eyelid onto the lower lash line. Okay, so whoa, that is a big marker. This is the Intense Ink eyeliner from Elf. So let's go ahead and apply this. I'm pretty sure I thought that was going to stink. And it actually looks pretty good. So I got a good point on it, but I feel like it's already drying up pretty fast. Okay, so I just want to apply some tight line here, since I'm using lashes so there's not any gaps. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in 0. Then I'm going to use my Elf mascara, but first I want to make sure I can get these lashes out of the container. And the problem with the other ones is there were parts of it where the glue was so thick where it was sticking on to the tray that in trying to remove it, it ruined the lash. Alright, so that one came off pretty much okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut this to size and try to place this one on, and we'll see how it goes. Here is one on, but they're so flimsy and plasticky that they, like the slightest touch misforms them. So, you know, pushing them on here, when I pulled them off, I got a little bend in it, and yeah. And they were obviously, see, you can already see they are, I mean, so I don't recommend getting those at all. And I will not be wearing those. I'm going to finish up with mascara, and then I'm going to use the Soft Contouring in Big Proposal from Essence Lip Liner that I got. And then I got an Essence lipstick. And then I got an Essence lipstick Ultra Last Instacolor in 06. So I am going to put that on as well with the mascara, and I will be back to show you the final look. I am back with the final look. That was kind of torturous with those eyelashes that were not so great. So love both of these lip products. This lip color is really pretty and it's very comfortable to wear. It's got a slight sheen to it. Nothing so far on the teeth, so you know, that's always a bonus for me. I really like this eye look too. It's got a little depth to it, darkness, but then I think that blue looks really pretty. So I actually liked all the eyeshadows I used today. We'll have to see how long the e.l.f. ones stay on, but that e.l.f. palette I will have in a future update to let you know a little bit more about it. I a little bit feel like the foundation's oxidizing a bit and getting darker. But so far it feels good and it looks okay as well. So that's everything for this Get Ready With Me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. To enter the Thankful For You giveaway, give this video a thumbs up and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!